Welcome back to the grind for another Abyss guide. Now, I thought I had lost this clip, but it turns out that we still had it somewhere and we were able to find it. So we are going to cover this one as well. This is the Abyss Invisible Woman. Once again, this is on my run for the Mutant Domination. So we're using only mutant champions. And in this fight, Apocalypse is a fantastic option. So Invisible Woman, she's a bit of a pain because of her shield, because you have to do so much damage to get that shield down, and then that leaves you minimal time to actually deal damage between the shields, and it makes her health pool essentially much larger. Now, champions with damage over time are very helpful for this fight because the constant ticking away at the shield helps speed that up quite significantly. Ideally, you want to time your special attacks for the time when the shield is down. Now, another way that you can kind of increase the amount of damage you're doing in the fight is, as you just saw, I was just doing parry light attack to turn off that timer, parry light attack to turn off the timer. You can also do heavy attacks to stack more bleeds, but letting that timer tick down as close as possible to where it's going to tell you, fight me, I dare you, is ideal, because then you're going to maximize the amount of damage over time that you can deal in this fight with the least amount of hits. And as you can see, she's currently at 55% and we're only at 39 charges left. And so I did unfortunately start recording this clip pretty far into the video, or into the fight, sorry, because of the limited space I had. Now here I messed up and I wasted that whole special one, unfortunately. So we did lose out on quite a bit of damage there. But we're going to try to salvage this and do as much damage as possible. And look at that burst damage, 30,000 from those burst hits. That's crazy. Now, I'm pretty sure that you can solo this fight with Apocalypse. Unfortunately, I'm not the most experienced Abyss player, and I don't like to slow play quite that much. So we don't get as many solos, or we don't really get any solos actually in this. But as you can see, we're getting close to our charges running out, but we already did 15% health in, what was it, like 25 to 35 hits on the meter. So again, we're just kind of like working down, waiting for that shield to go down. I mistimed again and lost that with the invisibility, and then I did another blunder there, unfortunately wasting another heavy or special 2. The shield was also active, which ideally you want to avoid. Now, another thing about this fight is she gets those power stings. Anytime you or the opponent gains a bar of power, you're going to get a passive power sting on you. However, the damage from those power stings is quite small. As you can see, I do throw it off with power stings quite frequently, because you get tons of debuffs placed on you from fighting Invisible Woman. So if you have willpower, you're going to get a lot of healing constantly throughout the fight. Another thing you can do to work around the power sting is to push yourself over a bar of power at the same time that Invisible Woman goes over a bar of power, and then kind of slow play from there until those power stings expire. And then you can kind of push closer to another bar of power on Invisible Woman, and then right before pushing her over, throw off that special attack. That way you're going to kind of minimize the amount of time that you have the power stings on you, because if you just play normally and just gain power freely, they're going to stack up at different times, and you're going to pretty much constantly have a power sting on you. But as I mentioned, the power stings aren't that potent, so the damage is quite minimal. And if you have willpower, like you can see right now, you're going to be healing a ton, topping up your health throughout the fight. So it's a great fight for you to, get some free healing. And I would just recommend popping a small revive, not healing up for the start of this fight, because very quickly you're going to start gaining a lot of health from all those debuffs on you, assuming you have willpower, which if you don't, you should go get it. Anyways, we're not going to watch this whole clip out again. Unfortunately, I don't have more of this fight, but I hope that it was still helpful to see how I was playing around it and just kind of get a breakdown of what is involved in this fight. Thank you so much for watching. Don't make my mistakes, and I hope to see you in the next video.